from Davis-Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So Mississippi State's offense will get first crack at it today. Buck Bothwell won a game he had in their last win, more than 200 yards and 4 trips to the end zone.
And he has been as advertised. You're talking about him being a star coming into the season, and through the first part of the season, he's toting the man. He's doing it all for this squad. Last week you saw him put up big numbers. It starts and ends handing the ball to the running back, setting the tone, Jesse, for this offense.
He looks bigger and faster to me, and I wasn't sure he could be that after how good he was a season ago. But this guy spent a lot of time in the gym and out running in the offseason. And the incredible part is he's putting so much production out every single game. When the defense knows he's getting the ball each and every play, it still doesn't matter. At this point, nobody can stop him.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Taylor wants to throw. Stepping to the right. Going to try to get it himself. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing. And
wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script. Plays the turnover as the defense makes a play early.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive. This one, quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
The Terrapins offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got his man. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hits inside, it's Danzy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Moving the pocket, it's Washington. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Snapped it in the shotgun. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Moving out to the right. Finds his big tight end. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. At the 45 on his way. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop. The give is to Williams. Nice move there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down here for the offense. They'll ride the hot hand. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. The Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Holds on. It's Webb. Dragged down.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The quick game. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Terrapins send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Terrapins! Great job by the back on the option. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He gets a block. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Makes the grab. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. back in motion, try to clear the picture. Taylor wants to throw it. Just had to get rid of it.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
They're already 0 for 2 on 4th down in this quarter, but they'll try again. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Good spot on the field to go for it, and he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. 1st and goal from the 10. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throwing, they've got to go a long way. Touchdown, Maryland! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. A quick pass to the left. Could not make his way to the corner.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Great place to start for this offense. Running inside, it's Williams. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Going with the counter play here. There's some room. Run! To the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Takes a hit as he fires. Left side is Fleming. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. To the air, it's Washington. Still looking. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Here comes the heat. Right side, it's Fleming. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! He's going to run it. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get...
Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to the well. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on 4th down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Taylor wants to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Coleman Williams. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Turns it loose. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it with Bothwell. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. This is a designed run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Fluff. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. You've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he made the extra point without problem. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Terrapin sideline. This has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Back to you.
All right, Holly. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Webb. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Taylor wants to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Mississippi State right back to the line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And after that long completion for their 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. They give it back to him. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Got the back over the middle. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Taylor wants to throw. Back's got it on the screen. Got enough space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, Keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, checking in from the Terrapin sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with a look in on Iowa State, taking on the number 6 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Dropping back, it's Washington. Fires to the big fella. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and long here. Looking to throw. Left side, it's Webb. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
And the Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Bluff Bothwell again. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Here's a gift to Bothwell. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Then back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. Taylor wants to throw it. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down mark.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Quarterback keeps it. Not gonna make it. And the 4th down gamble backfires. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give is to Williams. Driven back.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Avoids the punishment with the slide and a good gain on that run. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Rolls right. Got a little grass. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Bothwell again. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a 1st down.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Long way to go on 2nd down. Taylor wants to throw. Short pass. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Calls his own number. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Bring him down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They'll go with Bothwell. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run it with Bothwell. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They're all over him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Offensively, I think we got to be a little bit more creative at this point. 2 plays ago, gain of no yards. Last play, he just gave up a sack. Let's think outside the box. This is a golden opportunity to put a touchdown on the board.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. He splits the uprights. And now they take the lead.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
And how about that linebacker? Seeing the ball getting thrown really quickly to the wide receiver, breaking on it, and then be able to get that fast guy on the ground for no gain. That's a really athletic play by that linebacker.
Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Washington. Rush right in his face. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. The sure hands. It's Webb. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Offside.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
The run inside. It's Danzy. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Terrapins have their offense in high gear. Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical.
It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Taylor wants to throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. They'll give it to Fluff. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Snagged in the middle. It's Webb. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Makes the catch. It's Webb. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Williams.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll ride him again. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Caught. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Sets his feet. It's Washington. Out wide left, it's Coleman Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Terrapins in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, it's Danzy. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! They take the lead here in the fourth.
Big-time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Here's a give to Bothwell. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Fluff. Got the first down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the offense found no success with the backward-going pass. How about a forward pass on 2nd and long? Under pressure. Gets rid of it.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He hits the slide, and he's converted this 4th down to keep the drive moving. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Fluff Bothwell again. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and he's stopped after a pickup of 14, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's a give to Bothwell. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, here's Bothwell. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. 3rd touchdown of the game, a 3rd of his season total. He now has 9 on the year.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to pass. It's Washington. Throws to the tight end. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
And this is a big 3rd down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they're down in possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
That's something as a defense you got to be prepared for. In a 2-minute situation like this, you know they're going to try to throw the football to the sidelines and get guys out of bounds. So you got to have outside leverage, or you need zone defense to help out and try to bracket guys on these outbreaking routes.
Left side, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Dropping back, it's Washington. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before, and I'm interested to watch.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
And after that big completion with no timeouts, you need to clock it right now. You need to spike the ball, save some clock, knowing you've got to throw this ball into the end zone, give yourself a chance to win.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Rushes on. He's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Terps will use their last timeout. They can't stop it again. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over it. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on fourth down. Needs it here on fourth down. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on fourth down does not